Anse keeps on rubbing his knees. His overalls are faded. On one knee a serge patch cut out of a pair of Sunday pants wore iron slick. No man mislikes it more than me, he says. A fellow's got to guess ahead now and then, I say, but come long and short, it won't be no harm done neither way. She'll want to get started right off, he says. It's far enough to Jefferson at best, but the road is good now, I say. It's fixing to rain tonight, too. His folks buries at New Hope, too, not 3 miles away. But it's just like him to marry a woman born a day's hard ride away and have her die on him. He looks out over the land, rubbing his knees. No man so mislikes it, he says. They'll get back in plenty of time, I say. I wouldn't worry none. It means $3, he says. Might be it won't be no need for them to rush back no way, I says. I hope it. She's a-going, he says. Her mind is set on it. It's a hard life on women for a fact. Some women. I mind my mammy lived to be 70 and more. Worked every day, rain or shine. Never a sick day since her last chap was born, until one day she kind of looked around her, and then she went and taken that lace-trimmed nightgown she had had for 45 years and never wore out of the chest, and put it on and lay down on the bed and pulled the covers up and shut her eyes. You all will have to look out for Pa the best you can, she said. I'm tired. Anse rubs his hand on his knees. The Lord giveth, he says. We can hear Cash a-hammering and a-sawing beyond the corner. It's true. Never a truer breath was ever breathed. The Lord giveth, I say. That boy comes up the hill. He is carrying a fish nigh as long as he is. He slings it to the ground and grunts ha and spits over his shoulder just like a man, done nigh as long as he is. What's that, I say, a hog? Where did you get it? Down to the bridge, he says. He turns it over, the underside caked over with dust where it's wet, the eye coated over, humped under the dirt. Are you aiming to leave it laying there? Anse says. I aim to show it tomorrow, Vardaman says. He looks toward the door. We can hear the talking coming on the draft. Cash, too, knocking and hammering at the boards. There's company in there, he says. Just my folks, I say. They'd enjoy to see it, too. He says nothing, watching the door. Then he looks down at the fish laying in the dust. He turns it over with his foot and prods at the eye bump with his toe, gouging at it. Anse is looking out over the land. Vardaman looks at Anse's face, then at the door. He turns, going toward the corner of the house, when Anse called him without looking around. You clean that fish, Anse says. Vardaman stops. Why can't you Adele clean it, he says. You clean that fish, Anse says. Oh, Paul, Vardaman says. You clean it, Anse says. He don't look around. Vardaman comes back and picks up the fish. It slides out of his hand, smearing wet dirt onto him, and flops down, dirtying itself again, gap-mouthed, goggle-eyed, hiding into the dust like it was ashamed of being dead, like it was in a hurry to get back hid again. Vardaman cusses it. He cusses it like a grown man standing a-straddle of it. Anse don't look around. Vardaman picks it up again.